Lakshmi, Puri, Ambassador, Bishnoi, Ravi, friends. I went to a Hindi medium school where ABCD was taught in 5th standard. So for me to be speaking in English in this building is a historical moment for me. I came from a very low middle class family. My father was a clerk in the forest department, and we were a family of 14 people. My uncles, aunts, their children. We used to live in a small one-room kitchen, and the only person who was the earning member was my father, who used to earn 90 rupees per month at that time. 90 rupees in today's time, if you convert into dollars, is $1.50. Not even that. And because we were so populated in this room, we used to bang into each other constantly. Because if we have to go and take out a shirt, somebody has to go and have a bath. So my grandfather used to say, "Beta, this is not banging into each other, this is hugging each other." That's the way he put it across, that how it's all right if we are poor. Another thing that he said, that when you are very poor, the cheapest thing available is happiness. So I come from a family which was poor, but we completely believed in gender equality. We did not differentiate between, oh, this is a girl child, or this is a lady, so she has to. Of course, our jobs were distributed. My mom was accepted to make food. My cousin sister will do something, but everybody went to the school and studied. So I grew up in an atmosphere. Also, when you're born in a small town, you don't really discover so much of disparity between men and women, frankly speaking. This is what my personal experience is. I was born in Simla, up north. So it took me a long time to discover that this is the kind of thing that keeps happening. And it started bothering me, not as a man or as a boy, but as a person who was taught by his grandparents that people are equal. But when I left Simla and I went for studies and wanted to become an actor, then I discovered this whole difference between the treatment to men and the treatment to women. I think personally men are much more weaker than women are. Much more weaker. Because they are insecure. They are insecure because their power, they don't want to share their power with anybody else. They don't share the power with women because that's why they don't want to be the equal. And power is physical, it has nothing to do with intellect, in their sense, in their mind. They're born in India and everybody says, "Ladka hua, ji ladka hua, mubarak ho, you got a son, laddu banto, laddu banto." Nobody does that when a ladki hoti hai. So they grow up with the feeling of, "I'm superior." When he is in his early 13 or 14 years old, parents are very thrilled, especially the idiotic father, if he gets 2-3 calls from girls. तो जी क्या करें जी, बड़े फोन आते हैं बेचारे को लड़कियों के. He is very popular with girls. He will never say that about a girl. Even if it shut her up, that how can anybody call you up? So he grows up with this feeling of being superior, and he slowly discovers that's a fake superiority. And then he discovers, slowly to his horror, that women are much more powerful than men are. It happens with everybody, but he is selfish enough to not accept it. So the domestic violence starts from there. This is my personal feeling. Because he can't pin down the woman. The defiance of a woman and the power of a woman is so powerful that no physical power can suppress that. My father had the greatest regard for my mother. He used to And it had nothing to do with being henpecked. Yeah. My father, on an instinct, knew how to deal with or how to treat my mother. We were two boys, me and my brother and my father and some. I feel anybody who has the power to give birth to another life has to be much more superior than a man. How can she not be superior? So this is a age-old manipulation of dominated by men who try and sort of don't let it happen. But all kind of manipulations fail when women decide to come together or when something like this happens. So on a personal level, I am honored to be here, and you don't have to sort of thank me for being here. Officially, I am now bound to do what I was doing unofficially. It was with great difficulty, even after being a trained actor, gold medalist from drama school, it took me a lot of time to get into movies. 3 years of being on the platform, sleeping on the platform, homeless, no place to go. Finally, when I got into movies with my first film, Saransh, and then in 1 week's time I signed about 57 movies because people thought I was 65 actually, but I was 28 at that time. And it was a tragedy because I used to go out of every cinema hall and stand outside so that people would recognize me, and that's what I had worked for. But people used to pass by me thinking some young boy is standing here. And then what happens, I think the power of luxury, the arrogance of power, the arrogance of having made it comes into your mind. You start getting an AC air-conditioned car, you have a driver with you. So for a brief moment you go slightly off. And I was in that brief moment when I was slightly thinking, I am the best thing that has happened to Indian cinema. It was in that phase, once I was traveling from Juhu to Worli, in fact to town, and I kept telling my driver, AC badhao, make the AC a little more colder, make it colder. That the car stopped at a signal, and a girl urchin, girl beggar, small, 7, 8 years old girl, in fact 5 years old, she came to ask me for money, and she put her cheek on the on this cold window of my car, and she felt good and she fell off to sleep there. It was horrifying for me. She just fell off to sleep. So I opened the window and asked her, why are you begging, beta? She said, because my father asked me to do that. So I said, do you have anybody else in the family? She said, yes, my brother is there. So I said, where is your brother? He goes to the school. So they had made a choice that the girl will go and beg, and the boy, which is fine, which sometimes it's important for the, but I understood the difference, what happens. And then in 1 second, my whole that pumped up feeling of being somebody important went down the drain. Thank God that day happened. And I started noticing and I started talking about it. I don't think it's important to feel, it's important to talk. Everybody feels. But feelings, it's like an actor. Even if I am feeling so much emotions, if I'm not showing it on my face, then I'm a dead actor. We used to have an actor in our classroom in our 3rd year. Whatever situation my teacher used to give him, he used to do the same expression. I've got a 1 million lottery, expression is the same. My father passed away, expression is the same. So my teacher said to him, you don't feel? He says, sir, it's happening here, but it's not happening here. So to do is most important than to think. We always say that intention is good. I believe in showing the intention. I believe in doing what, even as an actor, as a person, I think also after being in movies for the last 31 years, 491 films, I discovered there's much more to life than just cinema and acting. Cinema and acting is part of my life, it's not my life. I have to keep reinventing myself, I have to keep feeling more and doing more. So this campaign that you asked me to join, I had joined long time back. But thanks to Sonia and thanks for the 36 hours thing, the fastest that Indians have worked anywhere. I am very proud at the efficiency of all you people over here and also the intention behind it. I think the kind of work, the facts that you spoke about, that's very important. And you mentioned a date 2030. The moment you said 2030, I started calculating how old will I be. And I'm happy I will be there. Maybe again. Maybe. So I will be participating in the victory parade that you people will have. And we have to work towards it. There is no alternate. I must say, things are changing in India. You know, change is very silent. Change does not happen overnight. Change is like changing of weather. These days weather also because of this whole thing. We cannot. Climate change is so sudden. But the change in any kind of society or the larger populations like India, it takes a little time. We are we've unfortunately become people who criticize. It gives us a feeling of satisfaction when you say, "Aisa thoda hota hai." This is not. It doesn't happen like that. I think the things are changing in our country. I'm not saying, and it's a marathon work to do to achieve our goal, but it's not going to happen overnight. But yes, it has to start from our families, from our homes. It cannot happen outside. All of you gentlemen who are sitting here, including my friend Mr. Dandona, you have an amazing relationship with your daughter and with your wife. You have given them total power. So I think it has to start from home. If we apply the rules that we apply at home, if we apply the same rules for our country, I think we'll have a better place to live in. I, on my own, do a lot of campaigns for Shiksha, for girl-child education. I'll be a little more responsible now onwards. You talked about social media. God is kind to me. The 5 million followers that I have on Twitter, I'll make sure. Some of them are fake, but 50% who are genuine. 50% who are genuine will sign up for this. I will personally say that I will respond to them personally if they sign up for this campaign.
Excellent.
So I'm happy to be part of here. I'm glad I got a suit with me on this trip. We are here for, even the play that we are doing all over America and Canada deals with woman empowerment. It's a woman who leaves her home to look for her own identity and finds it. I'm an optimist. I don't believe in pessimism. I don't believe in negativity. For me, the ultimate definition of optimism is that everything is okay in the end. If it is not okay, it is not the end.
That's a very good one.
So it's okay. We'll work together. We'll make a difference, and we will change this world. And next time, hopefully soon, when I come here, I will come with some results because I believe in doing and not talking. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.